And welcome back to the show, everybody. Back in the saddle. Took a few days off last week. Went down to the Dominican Republic to Casa de Campo, played some golf, saw some great friends, and I invite you to go to casadecampo.com to plan your family vacation. It is absolutely incredible. All right. Speaking of friends, our next guest, Dr. Larry Grogin, I met I think back in 1981 when his brother Jeff and I, who were roommates at the University of Florida, decided to go to the Big Apple. First time a Southern kid had ever gone, speaking of me. And Dr. Grogin opened up his doors, welcomed us with open arms. We've been friends ever since. And he joins us now with an incredible story I wanted to relay to all our listeners and viewers. First off, Larry, man, it's great to see you, my friend. How are you?
I'm good, and it is so wonderful to see you. I feel like you were the first opening page. I was a finishing resident,
Yes.
so excited, and you held up a microphone, and I said, "Oh my goodness, here we go." And it's been a half century ride since. So thank
Well,
you for that.
oh, no problem. I mean, listen, you've done crazy things before over the years. We're going to get into why you're doing this. And I've been in sports my whole life, but I don't think I've ever heard of any athletic endeavor quite like this. March 24th, you will run 100 marathons in 100 consecutive days across the United States, from New Jersey to Los Angeles, all to raise awareness and support for people living with Parkinson's, which you were diagnosed with back in 2019. Larry, tell us, first off, how are you feeling right now?
Well, I'm feeling rested. I've taken some time off for the first time in a year from a pretty intensive training session, and I'm feeling excited to get going. We leave in a week, and I'm ready to go, ready to say hi to America.
Well, it is truly amazing. And what was the feeling, Larry? And you've always been an ultra marathoner, a man who's taken care of his body, who's pushed the limits of physicality. What was it like, Larry, in 2019? You being a physician, when you were told by another medical doctor that you had Parkinson's.
Well, there's two risk factors that are reduced. Well, let me say it this way: drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes produces a lower incidence of Parkinson's. So I made the mistake of not being a smoker or a coffee drinker. That's to start off. To build upon that, the thought was, I guess sometimes fate catches up because I thought I lived a really healthy life. And the lesson I have had to learn is to learn how to live with the Parkinson's, not to overcome it or beat it, but to live it in harmony. And it's been an adventure for 7 years now.
Well, I followed you on Facebook, and I again invite all our listeners and viewers to go to Larry Grogin on Facebook, and you can learn a little bit more about his journey. And again, Larry, we're thinking famous people: Muhammad Ali, Michael J. Fox. They all have dealt with obviously Muhammad passed away, but they dealt with Parkinson's for a long, long time.
That's true, Doug. It is stated that you die with Parkinson's, not from it. And the opportunity to live a rich and a full life is there. And I do so hope that I inspire people to get up and exercise and live their best life. It really
Well,
is.
as you
It's not a,
go ahead, Larry.
well, it feels like a calling at this point, Doug, that I am able to move. People say, "Why am I doing it?" And the short answer is because I can. I can still move. Maybe in a year I might not be able to, but today I can, and I want to be a beacon of hope for people that are suffering with all kinds of neurodegenerative diseases. Movement is medicine. We live by that credo. Movement is medicine.
You know, as you said, and I've been reading all your stuff, every mile is a message. Movement matters. Hope matters. Sounds somewhat simple, but in reality, that's pretty complicated because you're dealing with something where little movements mean a lot.
Yeah, well, getting my socks on is a small exhibition. It looks like Houdini demonstrating his great feat. But you learn to live and adapt to it. And at the net I realized that I have the opportunity to get up every morning and have an opportunity to make it a great day and to encourage people and do something good for this planet.
Larry, tell me, the 100 marathons in 100 days, and I know you have it all planned out. Obviously there'll be stops along the way. You have volunteer drivers, you have medical personnel, et cetera. It's all planned out. But
Hmm.
what a monumental achievement this could be, Larry. I've never heard of anybody going 100 marathons in 100 days. It's mind-boggling to me.
Kind of exciting, kind of exciting. And as my brother Jeff said, he said, "You're doing something unusual and exciting. Enjoy that 10 seconds of fame. It's kind of fun, kind of fun." I'm stretching people. People say, "How many of you are doing the run?" And I say, "Well, it's just me." And when I pick them up off the floor from fainting from it. But the point, Doug, is really don't want to make an icon out of me or say, isn't that a fearless, epic journey? But instead, I hope the message is that ordinary people can do extraordinary things. And I hope that people say, well, if Larry can do this, I can do more. And that's really the message we want to get through. Somebody on our team said Larry's running for people that think they cannot. And I think there's a lot of wisdom in that point. Again, we don't want to say what an amazing feat, but instead say, boy, human beings are capable of magnificent and amazing things
Well, this
and
would
hope.
be, yes. I mean, I just, again, I'm just shaking my head trying to put my arms around this. Tell me now, as you run one marathon after another, uh, I mean, rest at night will be absolutely imperative, I would think, right? How is this all going to work? Are you worried that it's going to be difficult to get up in the morning and start on time? I mean, I'm just trying to put my arms around this whole thing, Larry.
No, I probably to go to the opposite end of the spectrum, my greater concern is that I'll be wired up from a day of running that it'll be difficult to go to sleep and rest and recover and stand still. Well, for some of the feats, we ran to the Boston Marathon 10 or so years ago after we were there at the bombings, and we came back and did fundraising for Paul Newman's Hole in the Wall. And in that in that effort, we learned that the body can do much more than we think. And I kind of never look down. If I look down, then I'll get realistic about it and maybe succumb to reality. But of course it's doable. I just need a little magic.
Needless to say, how's the fundraising going, Larry?
Very good, thank you. There's some connection that I've learned. Like I said, I've done other fundraising in the past, and Parkinson's is something that touches people, whether they're relatives, family, friends, caretakers, and it touches people deeply. So people have been extraordinarily generous. We are so excited. We partnered with the Davis Finney Foundation. Davis is the DPF Foundation. Davis was an Olympic cyclist, the most decorated cyclist in American history. And in his 30s, he got struck down with Parkinson's. He's now in his 60s. And the Davis Finney Foundation, who we partnered with, does exactly what we want to see happen: education and facilitating pedal with Parkinson's and educational programs, summits around the country, around the world for that matter. And we're so excited to be supporting Davis's charity and help people with Parkinson's to get up and move.
Larry, tell me this. I know you have plotted the course, and
Hmm.
I would assume you're staying away from interstates, busy thoroughfares. You go
Yeah.
from Paramus, New Jersey, all the way to Los Angeles, across the country, Larry. I mean, how is this journey? How are you going to wind your way through the U.S. of A. and avoid serious traffic, things of that nature?
Well, we'll go nice and slowly and carefully, keep our eyes open. But I'm literally, Doug, literally thinking one step at a time. I got up early this morning, 5:30 or so, and I was thinking, no matter how tough it gets, I can take another step. I can take one more step. And that's what it's going to be. It's all my full faith. I joked with you before we got on air that this is making me more faithful.
Oh, I hope so. I mean, Larry, it is it's incredible what you're about to do. It really, really is. And listen, I've been involved with triathlons and marathons, and I was going to run with you several years ago and got injured as you embarked. But what you're about to do is just, I don't know. I've never seen a human being do something like this. I'm amazed.
Well, just pray for me and keep your eyes. I probably the most profound and encouraging statement I've heard in the last couple of weeks from literally hundreds of people is you're not alone. And it's very encouraging.
I guess your brother Jeff will be in LA with open arms, right?
I hope he leaves the door open.
Oh, he will. I don't think there's any question about that. Larry, before I let you go, how can I help? We want to get the word out. I'm going to put this out on all social media channels. Obviously, my son, I'm trying to get him, with all that's going on in the world, I'm trying to get Fox News involved. What can I do to help? What can our listeners do to help you as you embark on this amazing journey?
We welcome donations to dpf.org/Run Larry Run. That's Davis Finney Foundation, Run Larry Run. And every penny helps and it makes a difference. There are so many stories of people with Parkinson's that have become shut-ins and disabled because they lose their driver's license, their means to get to work, and to help them to be able to get gym memberships, buy athletic gear, get transportation for essential treatments makes a difference in their lives. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for spreading the word, Doug.
Well, we're going to keep up the good word. We're going to follow you along the way. Prayers will be all part of it, Larry. So keep up the good work, my friend. You look fantastic. I mean, of course, I guess that's just healthy living, right? Clean living.
It's smoke and mirrors.
Aren't we all doing that, Larry?
Well, I commented earlier, your listeners haven't had the pleasure of knowing you for half a century, but that's where we come up, and you've changed. You look like you're about 2 or 3 days older.
Half a century. Oh my goodness, has it really been that long? Again,
Yeah.
March 24th is when Larry embarks on this amazing journey from New Jersey to Los Angeles, 100 marathons in 100 days. He could use your love, your support, your prayers, obviously your donations. Follow Larry on Facebook and all his channels. You go to Facebook and it'll give you all the answers you need. Larry Grogin, Grogin. Larry,
Thanks
great
a
to see you,
million,
my
Doug.
friend. Good
Thank you
luck.
a million.
God bless, my friend.
God bless.